specialization in sports, and I've heard a lot of people opine on this issue, but I want to hear what you think about specialization. Kids that just purely focus on one sport at a young age. Do you think that's ultimately would you say that hinders their development as an athlete going forward?
Yeah, I think long term it's detrimental. I think the best thing that kids can do is play multiple sports for a lot of reasons. First off, there are if you play one sport or you specialize really really early, and that's the only sport that you play. First off, I think you get burnt out eventually, especially in this day and age with the way that the club programs work and the pressure that's put on a lot of these kids and parents for that matter to make it a year-round thing. Number one, I think you get burned out. Number two, I think there's tons of overuse injuries that come as a result of the same repetitive movements over and over again without a break. I have always been a huge proponent with multi-sport because I believe that you develop different athletic movements and skill sets in other sports that eventually end up making you even better at your main sport. And I'll give a perfect example of that. Like, look, I was a sports junkie as a kid, right? You name the sport, I played it. Football, basketball, baseball, soccer, tennis, cross country, so a little bit of everything. The only thing I didn't do was lacrosse because I grew up in Texas and we didn't have lacrosse at the time. Now it's becoming more of a nationwide thing, which I think is awesome. It's kind of become my favorite sport to watch my kids play. But I credit so much of my footwork as a quarterback with my tennis background. I also credit the fact that I was a switch hitter in baseball with tennis because forehand, backhand, right? You're consistently toggling back and forth. And having to, develop the fundamentals and transfer the energy and the timing and the hand-eye coordination to both sides, right eye, left eye. All of those things from tennis, I felt like helped me be a better quarterback, be a better baseball player. Also, I think just the amount of competitive situations, the more competitive situations you can be in across multiple sports, the better. The way that you learn how to handle pressure, right? The way that you learn how to work with teammates, the way that you learn how to take the skill sets and the fundamentals from one sport and apply it to what's going to help you perform at a high level in a critical situation, right? All those things end up carrying over and benefiting you in what is going to be your main sport. Also, it just kind of gives you a little bit of that relief, right, from your sport. I believe that there's a season for everything, right? If it's the fall, to me, that's football season. If it's the winter, that's basketball season. If it's the spring, it's summer or baseball and lacrosse. If it's the summer, you're doing probably 1,000 different things. I want you to ski. I want you to play tennis or pickleball and play a racket sport of some kind. I believe that we should be well-rounded with all of those things.